to everyone, welcome to our virtual class. I am Svetlana Cotovan-Naval and I am a teacher at Mihai Eminescu Lyceum. For the beginning, I would propose you to enjoy the pictures of some animals. Look at the pictures and the questions that are joining them. Do you like to go to the forest? Why? Have you ever seen any animals in the forest? Is it interesting to watch animals? Why? Think. As for me, I love going on trips and especially in the woods to enjoy the trill of birds, the soothing sound of tree leaves and spending time with my family. It never occurred to me to meet the wild animals, but I guess it would have been very emotional and unique. But if I'm talking about pets, I love watching my dog's behavior because he's very playful and always is in a good mood. He spends time with me and is always waiting me to get home from work and to go for a walk with him. Today, at the lesson, we are going to learn new words and match them to the definitions. We will read and distinguish the things learned at the science club. We are going to learn the conditional type 1 and practice it in the context. We are going to guess the name of the animals after reading their description. To have a productive lesson, we need some words and expressions to know. Let's start with the word bank. We have background. Background. The things that can be seen behind the main things or people in a picture. Speckle. Speckle. Small spot or patch of color. Motionless. Motionless. Without moving. Habitat. Habitat. The natural environment in which an animal or plant usually lives. To blend. To blend. To mix different things or styles. To lie. To lie. To be in or move into a horizontal position on a surface. Lizard. Lizard. A small reptile that has a long body, 4 short legs, a long tail, and thick skin. Shadow. Shadow. An area of darkness caused by light being blocked by something. So, these are the words that we are going to use during our lesson. Now, look at these words and their definitions. Let's match the words to their definitions. To match, to change, mystery, habitat, to blend, to feel, motionless. Let's try to check. To match, combine well with something, especially in color. To change. To make or become different. Mystery. Something we cannot explain or understand. Habitat. The natural home of a plant or animal. To blend. Mix with something. To feel. Know something even if you don't see or hear it. Motionless. Without movement, completely still. These are the words and their definitions. Now, we are going to read the text together and say what the pupils learn at the sitting of a science club. Let's see. Forests and lakes are the natural homes of various plants and trees, birds, animals, and insects. But how do animals protect themselves from enemies? Some animals can change their body color to match different backgrounds. The hare changes the color of its fur with the seasons. During summer, its gray-brown color matches the soil and leaves. Late in autumn, white fur grows and replaces the hare's brown coat. This allows the hare to blend with the white snow. As the hare is active both in summer and in winter, these color changes are necessary to its survival. In winter, the hare is all white except for its ears and its nose. In spring, the color changes again and the hare becomes brown. The gray-brown color of the hare blends with the background. If they feel an enemy, they lie very still. The enemy will not see them if they don't move. The lizard changes its skin color too. The color changes due to difference in light and temperature. The fur of a fawn has white speckles. When it lies or stands motionless, it blends with the sunlight and grass. It is almost impossible to see it. It's amazing to watch the animals in their natural habitat. It teaches us about the wonders and mysteries of living things. Now, if you remember the text and the question, what do they learn at their science club? So, other questions we are going to answer now. What are the natural homes for birds and animals? Forests and lakes. The second question. Why do some animals change their body color? Of course, to match different backgrounds. Is the hare all white in winter? It is all white except for its ears and its nose. Due to what other animals change their skin color? Due to difference in light and temperature. What can people do to protect wild animals? People can feed, protect the habitat. They shouldn't hunt animals. Now we are going to see the grammar, and especially we will discuss about conditional sentences. Conditional sentences are also known as conditional clauses or if clauses. They are used to express that the action in the main clause without if can only take place if a certain condition in the clause with if is fulfilled. There are three types of conditional sentences. Today we are going to discuss about the type 1. When do we need to use this one? The first conditional is used to express a real or a very probable situation in the future. It refers to things that will probably happen in the future if a condition is met. This structure is common when talking about possible plans, promises, warnings, threats, or for persuading someone. We are predicting a likely condition in the future if a certain condition happens. What do we need to know about this first conditional is that we have two parts of it. The first one is if conditional, and the second is having the result. In the first part, in the if clause, we need to use every time present simple, while in the second part of the sentence or the sentence without if clause, we need to use future simple. A definition is that after if, we never use future simple. We have an example. Let's analyze it. If we take care of animals, will make the world better. So we have here the condition and the result. Let's try to find. If is situated at the beginning of the sentence, then we have the condition. If we take care of animals, then we are using a comma that is separating these two parts of the sentence, while in the second part we have the result. Will make the world better. If we're speaking about condition plus result, we have the if clause and the main clause. The if clause is if we take care of animals, and the second one, where the main clause is will make the world better. If we will take care of animals, it's not the right structure. We don't use future tense in the if clause, never. So remember that after if, always we are going to use only present simple tense. Let's discuss a little bit about comma, that we have seen it in the example, separating the two parts of the sentence. If we take care of animals, we use comma to separate it by the main clause or the result. So, the result, if we change the order of the sentences, we should know that the comma is not used. Let's see. If we are using first of all the result, will make the world better, and then we are including the if clause coming on the second position, if we take care of animals, no comma is used. Remember, if the if clause is at the beginning and the main clause is the second part, we have to separate it by comma. If we are using first the result, then the condition, the comma is not necessary. Now, I would like you to join the part of the sentences to make correct ones. We have the beginnings that are starting with the same if clause, and the second part where we have the result. Let's try. If it doesn't rain on Saturday, we'll go to Bardar Zoo. If we go to the zoo, we'll see exotic animals and birds. If the workers feed the animals, we'll help them feed the pony. If alpaca comes to us, we'll treat it to carrots and apples. If we want to admire white water lilies, we'll hurry to Beliau Lake. If we want to see a lot of pelicans, we'll go to the lake. If we want to remember our visit to the zoo, we'll take pictures of all the animals. So these are the sentences where we have used the conditional type 1. In our next activity, you have to read the information about these 4 wild animals and guess their names. You have to complete with the names. Be attentive. Lives in Africa, India. Sleeps at night. Eats grass, leaves, branches, roots of the trees. It has small eyes, big ears, long trunk, 4 legs, long tail. Weight up to 4,000 kilograms. Duration of life 60-70 years. Who this animal is? Of course, it is the elephant. Let's see the other description. This animal lives in Africa, India, Asia. Sleeps during the day, hunts at night. Eats deer, zebras. It has small eyes, small ears, long brown mane, 4 legs, long tail, It weighs up to 280 kilograms. Duration of life is 10 to 14 years. Of course, if we are thinking about the long brown mane, this is the lion, right? Let's go to another description. This animal lives in Asia, India, and Russia. Sleeps during the day, hunts at night. Eats deer, monkeys. It has small eyes, big ears, black stripes, 4 legs, and a long tail. Weighs about 200 kilograms. Duration of life is 15 years. If we're thinking about the black stripes, we can identify that it is the tiger. Another description that is characterizing another animal is that he lives in Europe, Canada, the USA, Russia. Sleeps in winter. Eats grass, leaves, berries, and insects. It has strong body, small eyes, small ears, 4 legs, brown fur, and it weighs 350 to 450 kilograms. Duration of life is 20-30 years. Of course, it is the bear. Now, let's reflect on what we have done today at our lesson. We have learned new words and matched them to the definitions. We have read and distinguished the things learned at the science club, learned the conditional type 1 and practiced it in the context, and we guessed the name of the animals after reading their description. But remember, look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. So on this note, I just wish you having a wonderful time and see you next time.